Hi, my name is Anna Ep.16, and I'm a curious mind who wants to meet interesting people. That's why this show is called Whattaya Say with Anna J. So, should we go and meet somebody interesting? Hi, welcome to Whattaya Say with Anna J, and I'm Anna Ep.16. Well, I'm excited to introduce my guest today because she's a professional ballerina who began training at the National Ballet School in Toronto, later to continue her studies in Spain and European countries. Also, she studied ballet, flamenco, and modern dance. She's performed and taught dance all over the world, to include Germany and the Czech Republic. Also major cities in Toronto, like Toronto and Vancouver. But now, this feisty lady, she started a dance company here in Kelowna about 21 years ago and is about to launch a new professional ballet company right here called the Okanagan Ballet Theatre. Well, please welcome to the chair, Tanya Vedriova. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Anna. It's so great to be here.
My guests are it's a cheat because I've known you for such a long time, since I moved to Kelowna.
Yes.
And you and I met in a bathroom, and
Yes.
we hugged each other and said, I think we're going to be friends. And so far we have been friends, and it's been a wonderful thing to finally have a platform that I can talk about you. So I threw this away, but I want to ask my first question. So let's go back to the beginning. Where did it all start? Because, you know, we all dream of becoming ballerinas, but you took it one step further. So I just wanted to know, were you actually pushed into it, or is it something that you pushed for?
It is definitely something I pushed for.
Really?
Yes. One of the pivotal moments in my life to bring me here where I am today is that my mother took me to the Nutcracker of the National Ballet in Toronto when I was a little girl.
All right.
And I had just started ballet for a little while, I guess a couple of years, and I got into it through gymnastics. And I took the ballet for the gymnastics.
Right.
So such a crazy road that I took. It wasn't direct at all. But when I saw that Nutcracker, at intermission, I was almost angry at my mom. And I said, "What? How come I didn't know about this? This is like, who are those children? How come I'm not up there?
Up there, right?
And I need to be one of those.
Wow.
Like, why didn't you tell me about this?"
So you were brought up in Toronto because your last name has quite a Russian European feel. So I just wanted to know, maybe you were like me. I came here from Poland when I was 1 or 2. So where are you from? Where were you born?
Yes, actually we are immigrants from the former Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
And so that's where my mother taught me gymnastics, just on the outside.
So she was teaching you?
And she was teaching me because it was her dream for me to be in the Olympics. For me to be in the Olympics.
Of course, I can see that.
But then we immigrated to Canada, landed in Toronto, and then landed in a gymnastics club where a prima ballerina, Florentina Loyakova, who happened to start Ryerson Ballet department later on, and she saw me in the gymnastics ballet class the once a week, and she sort of plucked me out and said, "This girl needs to dance more."
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
And that's how it happened. And I went to her, and then I saw the Nutcracker a couple years later, I think, and of course she helped me get to the audition.
But isn't how wonderful how when you're supposed to have something happen to you, fate steps in and just opens up these little doors, and just like beauty.
Absolutely. And you know, when I look back at the pivotal moments in my life that actually brought me here, the fact that we immigrated to Toronto, to that gymnastics club, the you know, famous ballerina in Europe who trained at Kirov Ballet, came to my, you know, dusty gymnastics club, plucked me out. Then I saw the Nutcracker. And then, of course, because we were immigrants and still very much like zero in the bank, they gave me a scholarship. The National Ballet School gave me a scholarship. And
Tanya.
this is really I will forever be grateful to Buddy Oliphant.
I know, and we're going to go forward about this in a minute, but because I think that that's why you are so passionate right now about teaching kids. I see how many kids are in your class, and I see how nerve-wracking it is for me. I'm just like, slap those kids around and tell them to shut up. And you have so much patience, and you teach and love them. So we're going to talk about that later, because I still want to kind of talk about you and keep going there. So what is it about ballet that you're so passionate about? Is it the music that you dance, or the moves itself? Because to me, as a jazz singer, we learn the rules in order to break the rules so that we make them our own. But it seems like in ballet, like in classical, you perfect the moves, you perfect. So what is it? That is what makes you feel so passionate, because you love the perfection of it, or you just, what? Tell me.
I do believe it is a little bit of all of the above, but I think the perfection of the movement is the most boring part.
Okay.
And although I think I am a bit of a perfectionist, as I'm told, I don't see it that way, but actually telling the story that is really hard to put into words, that is just, I think I'm born with wanting to communicate something that is in my soul.
In your physical, yeah.
And through the physical, that is my vehicle.
Yeah.
But I really feel that, that's why I didn't continue with gymnastics. I was even, later I quit, and I was accepted to the pre-Olympic team, to the rhythmic gymnastics in Toronto.
Oh my goodness.
But I couldn't emote. I couldn't tell a story through just movement.
And watching you with the ballet, you also do a lot of flamenco modern dance. And when I see you dance, in this last ballet that you did, you went on stage after not being there for a while, Tanya.
Yeah.
But your body, your passion, your face, your hands, everything about you emoted. And it was so beautiful to watch that much physical love coming out through.
It is love.
Great. Is that why you started going into modern dance and flamenco and the Spanish culture? Like why from ballet to there? Where's the transition from that?
Well, actually,
you know what? We're gonna talk about that in the second segment.
Okay.
I am gonna see you in a minute, because we're just gonna take a break. I'm going to learn a little bit about what is going on with the moves, but we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna talk about the flamenco side of it. See you in a minute. I'm back with Tanya Vadriova, and we were talking about Spanish flamenco dancing, and I was just talking about, first we're going to go back into the ballet, but I want to talk about what was the transition between you taking ballet and then moving into the Spanish dances. So tell me about that, because it feels like ballet is a little bit less removed than the physicality of flamenco or something. So talk to me about that.
Flamenco and any kind of Spanish dance, flamenco is actually quite separate from the classical Spanish dance with castanets and fans and all. I did both.
Okay.
I did a bit of both.
What made you change?
Anyway, what makes me excited about flamenco is that you actually don't have to be quite as athletic and physical and precise with your body movements.
Oh.
But you are so much more grounded and connected to the earth. But at the same time, it has the same ethereal feeling of the spirit reaching for something higher. So in flamenco, I really feel that connection to the ground, to Mother Earth, and yet reaching for something higher than us.
Oh my God.
I love to, because as humans, we are connected to both, I believe.
Well, we are.
We are spirit and we are body. So I found that even after I did flamenco, and by the way, I learned it at the National Ballet School. It was an amazing program at the time that I was there. We had Susanna and Antonio come. So if anybody wants to see who taught me flamenco, my first steps, it was Flamenco at 5:15. It's a documentary that was done many years ago.
Oh, okay,
and
I'll
so,
look at that.
yes, and so they would come to the National Ballet School and work with the students. And it was a whole different world. I got to really feel who I was, because in ballet you're telling stories.
Yes.
And I think until you're a very, very mature ballet dancer, and if anyone's lucky to get to be a mature dancer physically and mentally, then there is just so much personal expression in flamenco. And in fact, we were encouraged to be who we were.
Wow. And does that help you in with the ballet?
Absolutely.
So tell me, how about that?
The ballet, in fact, and when I was talking about being grounded to the earth, I actually felt my fifth position so much better. I felt my point so much better. I was now connected to the ground. I wasn't just trying to float up and be all airy. So in fact, I think the flamenco, and this is why I teach it in the school, and why even in the professional company, it will be very much a part of the performances, because I think it connects us back, and it connects each performer to that part of themselves that is personal.
Yeah, I love that. It feels personal. So that springs a question to mind. So some Joe Schmo like me, who doesn't really have any right feet or left feet, I think that I can dance on a dance floor, but I love the idea of learning to dance, but I'm not trained. I see kids that have been trained, and they feel like there's a maturity about them. Tell me a little bit about what dance does, and what dance does to bring kids along, because it feels like we're getting dumber, but I know we're getting smarter. Please say we're getting smarter.
Oh, yes, with all the digital world that we live in, children are definitely not as connected to their own bodies and to their bodies as an expression. Every nation has a national dance. There's a reason why every nation dances at everything, at every type of festivity. It is a form of their ethnicity, and it is a form of their expression.
And it connects you.
It connects you. I think we are wired somehow for that. And so I find that the children that get serious about dance and who have very precise instruction, and especially, if we're going into more pre-professional, professional training, they get a focus that makes them look like very serious, and it makes them look very mature. And that is actually because they have to be mature. And I love to always say, don't be childish, but be childlike. So
I love that.
Yeah, they're not childish anymore, because they are taking it seriously. But it feels so good. And for those that want to feel their body, want to feel their confidence, posturally, mentally, emotionally, then please go take a dance class. And make sure that you actually take the dance style that resonates with you. And I think specifically in North America, we are so lucky. We get to try everything. So, try the ballet, try the modern, try the flamenco, try all the world dances that exist.
And try it at Mission Dance. No.
Do come. We are very open, and we love teaching.
Now that you've been here 21 years, you've established yourself as the dance professional and semi-professional and non-professional, because there's a lot of people that you see the skills can only go so far. But now you're starting the Okanagan Ballet Theater. So let's talk a little bit about the Okanagan Ballet Theater. That is amazing that you just got the name. Everything is coming together. So talk to me about that. Can we do it in 4 minutes? Can you tell me how you came up with this, and where your future lies with it?
There are a couple of reasons why this has been
Yeah.
my dream for a very, very long time.
So it's planted a while ago.
Oh, it was planted in my very first contract, actually, in Europe.
Okay.
And I saw a lot of politics in the company, and I just didn't even know how to exist in that.
Right.
I was quite, I have to say I had a great time at the National Ballet School. It was rough, it was tough, and I actually quit.
But that's what made you.
But I came back. We could do another whole segment on my journey.
You're going to come back, but I want to know about this because I want people to know about this.
This is where one day in rehearsal I was standing there thinking, oh, this isn't what the professional ballet career is about. I'm going to start my own company one day, and I'm going to do it without politics. So, God help me. But I was young. I had, and I believe I still do. I had pure intentions for this beautiful art form.
So, but what is it? What is Okanagan Ballet Theatre? What is, because usually people say company. What is ballet theatre?
Well, the ballet is for the fact that all the dancers have to be professionally ballet trained, because to express and to hold on to the ballet world, one thing is that I feel that ballet as it was meant to be is dying as an art form. So I feel that it is important that we keep the big ballets, that we keep the classics.
So you're going to keep them, but you're going to do some more modern-y things?
And at the same time, take that and potentially hybrid that with all the other dance styles that exist and are continuously evolving. And we want to respect our own evolution in the arts, but I feel like we are doing away with ballet. And the other thing is, what I'm seeing in the professional ballet world is that it is becoming very doing tricks. We're always doing tricks. We're doing something that's incredible, and it's coming back to the gymnastics that I left.
Wow.
So I want to bring the theater back into it. I want to bring the expression. And if we need to take a moment because we are having an ethereal moment, something spiritual, something beyond us, I want to feel that. The classics, the ballerina that appears to just float.
Okay, so Tanya, in the next segment, we're going to be back in a minute, but in the next segment, Tanya is going to teach me how to be ethereal, grounded, but yet float, and all those things. We're going to be back in 2 minutes with Tanya Vedrioba. Well, we're back, and Tanya just taught me how to do a tendu. So now, after that, what do I do? Tendu.
Well, a tendu is, a way of just pointing your foot. Because in ballet,
with my fabulous shoes.
Yes, I brought those for you so you could feel like a real ballerina.
I feel like
they
a ballerina.
are soft ballet slippers, unlike the hard point shoe. We're not going to try these. You might want to slip your foot into that just to
fall
feel.
Over.
But you want to feel like a ballerina?
Yes.
The first thing you must do is be aware of your posture muscles.
Okay.
So, 7 points of posture, like a pyramid from down and up.
Okay.
You have to feel like you can raise on your toes any moment.
Oh.
So be right there.
Okay.
Then, if you are needing to stretch your knees, that you stretch them fully so you have that nice long line in the leg.
I just cracked.
Yeah, good crack, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Then there is what we call the rotators. They are right where we sit down, basically. Those muscles allow the leg to rotate. So it's not in the foot, but it's in the whole leg. Rotators have to be held. Going right up the pyramid, then your core muscles. It's like you're scooping core muscles. Yeah, you feel that?
Oh, I do.
That's part of your center. Everybody says that's your center, but I have 2 centers when I teach. And then There is your back that needs to lift out and sideways like an eagle.
What about the size of my belly?
Oh my goodness.
Don't worry about that.
Now you are speaking the language that I really, really want to do away with.
Right.
You know, the reason also why I'm starting Okanagan Ballet Theater is because I want to do away with these ballet stereotypes.
Oh, God bless you.
Everyone.
Because I want to be a ballerina.
Well, you know, I believe that, first of all, you have to follow your dreams.
Okay.
But second of all, it is about knowing which muscles to use. And you will, with good training, shape, and mainly, it is for the function. Knowing
Right.
how to move beautifully. That's the key. And if you have a strong body,
Okay,
then you can
body.
look graceful. So strong core,
Strong
and
core.
you know which direction of the muscles. So you're
These.
rotating, you're scooping,
Scooping.
beautiful. You're lifting your spine right
I'm
up,
lifting my spine.
but open. So scoop, don't open this way.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So
scoop.
wide back and scoop there. That gives you the confidence.
Okay.
And then the last thing is that you open your shoulders and lift your head right through. It's like, you know, when therapists do that traction to
yeah.
you do your own traction to your own head. And that last little part, that's the secret. Because now, try to walk around with that.
Okay.
Just regular walk. Do you
Oh.
feel that? So it's like you
I'm gonna
you
do
are
that at home.
elevated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
teach me something.
Okay.
Show me something a little bit that you can just do.
Well, you know, let's do maybe one thing, and that is really, everybody knows this. It's
All right.
a plie. But
plie.
a plie, so we're going to rotate our legs, and let's go to first position.
Okay, first
so,
position.
yeah, and you try to make it equal.
Oh,
So,
yeah, and I better be
feeling
balanced.
there, your knees stretch, your rotators, your core, your spine, your shoulders, sideways, and head lift. And now we take the arms, and as we do a demi-plie, we open the arms as if we're holding a ball gown. So not too far, and your palms down, as if you're opening it, and then we close.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
And then out again, and then we close. You can do it with a different arm. You can go up and open. Yes. Now, I bet you want to learn how to walk like a ballerina.
I do.
I thought so. Okay, so when you walk, you don't want to bounce,
No bouncing.
right? So you
Right.
pick a level, whether up here or even down here if you have to cover a lot of ground. So there are different kinds of ballet walks.
You're so awesome. Okay.
So
I'm in love with you.
let's hopefully that our audiences will be in love with this beautiful art form. It's sculptures really moving. So now you're going to lift up as high as you can onto your half toes, and you're going to walk around, lifting as if you're holding that ball gown. Lift, and go around in a circle. That's right. Around, around. Lift your posture muscles. Yes, yes. And when you walk smoothly like that,
I walk smoothly.
when you learn that, you can also run smoothly. So let's hold hands, pretend we're partners.
Okay.
And we're just gonna run like this in a circle, okay? Just stay attached to me. Ready? You lift and float. Float as you run, float. Hold your posture, hold your posture. That's it, and then you settle.
And then you settle.
And then you settle, and the legs are so strong that they make you settle controlled, you don't drop down, right?
Well, I hope that you've learned a little bit like I have with this segment. We're going to be back with Tanya Vedriova in a minute and do this 15 questionnaire to make her really be known. We'll see you in a bit. Well, we're back. How about that? I have learned how to dance. I've learned how to be a ballerina. Well, sort of. I know a little bit of passion now, but you know what? We think we know Tanya, but I'm going to dig her deep. I'm going to dig deep, and I'm going to find the real Tanya inside 15 questions that were specifically created to know somebody. Are you ready to be known, Tanya Vedriova?
Sure.
Okay. It's not scary, I promise.
Good.
Let's start off with an easy one.
Okay.
The best sandwich.
The best sandwich. Oh my gosh.
The
Okay, I love
best.
many sandwiches, but if I had
The best.
the best, I think the one that always puts my feet on the ground is a good tuna salad sandwich.
Ooh, tuna salad sandwich, okay. What's the one thing that you own that you should really throw out?
Probably about 10 pairs of jeans that don't fit me anymore.
I know, I live those dreams. I will fit you soon. What is the scariest animal?
You said this wouldn't be hard. I
Are you
think
scared of a lot of animals?
I just snakes and spiders.
Oh, okay, which one? You have to pick one.
I have to pick one, probably the snake.
And that's kind of animal-ish. It's a reptile.
It is a
but
reptile. Animals, yeah, I
I
maybe
believe it. Because I was gonna, little mice or something is my favorite, is my worst. Apples or oranges?
apples. Apples.
Have you ever asked someone for their autograph?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate?
Yes.
This doesn't have to be one answer.
Okay.
One word.
Well, Rudolph Nureyev.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, at the National Ballet, again in Toronto. I was a young student at the National Ballet School, and I went backstage. I don't remember if I ever got the autograph because I was just
Did he make it past you?
shaking. Oh my gosh, his aura was so huge. Like his presence was, I was speechless. I think he talked to me, but I think I couldn't talk back. And he had just come off a show. This was after the show.
Oh, wow.
And all I remember him saying is, also a ballet dancer.
I would have married him on the spot.
And it was just,
Yeah,
he was just, I mean, he was not a human.
No.
No.
So what do you think happens when we die?
Ooh, okay, that's a deep question.
I know.
Well, I think we go back to the source that created us.
Well, that's a beautiful way of putting it.
And I think that it must be like coming home and going, oh yeah, this is where I get all the unconditional love, and this is where I get to rest a bit and feel safe and, you know,
Yeah.
but it almost, I don't know, I get the sense that after a while, I would, you know, as they say, my cup runneth over. So I feel like I would want to just get back out there and share.
Forget about resting in peace.
Share all that, you know, share all the love and share all the light.
So you have one song to listen to for the rest of your life. What is it?
Oh, again, an easy question.
Yes, it is. But we've only got like a minute,
I
so
think it would have to be like some sort of a love song.
what do you put on?
Something like, oh gosh, what's coming into my mind right now is the, something in love with you.
that one.
Hold my hand.
Oh, 'cause
Take my
I
whole
can't
hand. Help falling in love with you.
Okay, I got that
that
one.
one.
Oh,
I don't know why.
I like to know
Call
that
me a
one.
romantic and old-fashioned.
Oh, of course. Well, excuse me, you're a ballet dancer. That's the most romantic profession in the world. Okay, what is your favorite smell?
Your favorite smell? Oh, pine trees.
Ooh, your least favorite smell?
Bus and industrial fumes.
Flat, water, or sparkling?
Are we at a restaurant?
I don't know, are we?
Well, if we're at a restaurant, I'll take sparkling
Okay.
with lemon wedge.
Love it.
But if I'm after training, then I'll chug just regular
Oh
water.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What is the most used app on your phone?
I am so non-technical. Probably my Spotify and my texting. Is that an app?
What number am I thinking of right now?
Just one? 4?
No.
7?
It's okay, you're
3.
only allowed one.
Darn.
And for the final question, and then you will be known, do you think that Kelowna needs a new performing arts center?
Now that is a great question.
And
Yes.
you've got 3 seconds.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
We need one.
Well, Tanya is known. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Tanya, on What Do You Say with Anna J. Jackson, that's me. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you the next time.